Good evening. This evening, I would like to review a pipe tobacco that I just purchased. It is Dunhill's Mixture 965. It comes in this nice little tin. This is about 500 grams. Now this is a very standard English blend. Yes, and you can detect the Latakia. I believe this is Virginia. I'm not sure if it has burley. Don't quote me on that. I would have to check. There isn't a whole lot of information on the tin other than a California state health warning and that it's made in the EU. Now I purchased this here where I live in Singapore, and this was about $65 a tin, which is not too bad for Singapore standards, including duty and tax and whatnot. But in this country, you know, pipe tobacco is a bit of a luxury item, so I'm willing to pay. It's definitely cheaper than the W.O. Larson, which I will review in later videos, which comes at $125 for 500 grams. Now, on a side note, I have ordered from smokingpipes.com, and I have calculated that with the duty and tax, 300 grams will only cost me less than $50 with shipping. So for anybody who lives in Singapore who is a pipe smoker, this is really the way to go. Yes, you do have to wait about 3 weeks, and you will need to go down to customs in UNOS and pay the tax there before you get your package. But you know what? I mean, it beats going downtown and having to fight the crowds to get it. Anyway, I digress. So I've taken a little bit out and I put it in my tray here. This tobacco really does not need a lot of time to dry. It is pretty good to go straight out of the tin. Now I've read some reviews that have said plus and minus, so use your best judgment on what you think is right. I've had a couple of bowls of this so far, and to be honest, 2 minutes in this tray spread out is perfect. So I have my pipe here. This is a cheap one that I bought in Santa Barbara, California from Santa Barbara Cigar and Tobacco. Great shop. If you're there, definitely check it out. This was a $35 bargain bin pipe. It's great. This is my English blend pipe, and I'm going to pack a bowl right now for you, and we're going to check it out. Alright, well, I've just started with the initial light. I'm going to let the tobacco expand a bit. And I've got my little pipe tool. And I have to say that I really, really like these pipe tools. This is one of those standard Denmark pipe tools that you can get for like $5. And you'll find debates online about these, that they're annoying or other people swear by them. Personally, I swear by them. I think this is an all-in-one great solution, very cost effective. You know, you can manipulate it any way you want. I just cleaned a pipe recently that had a massive cake buildup, and I was able to clean it out really well without using one of those, whatever you call those, scraper deals, without any issue. This is my, you know, trusted pipe tool. I really love it. I recommend it to anybody. You can get these at any tobacco shop. Yeah, they're very cheap, $5. It's great. Now, I would recommend, if you're going to light an English blend, that you probably want to use a wooden match if you're really particular about flavor. Now, personally, right now I'm using one of these butane lighters, and I'm not really that picky. I don't think that it really affects the flavor that much. But, you know, if you're going to enjoy a good pipe, you probably want to go for either a cedar stick, like you would light a cigar, or you would want to go for a nice wooden match. And, you know, take your time lighting it and make sure that you, your initial light is going to expand the tobaccos, get everything ready to go, tamp it down, and then give it another good light. Not too heavy. So, my initial opinion on this tobacco as an English blend. A lot of English blends tend to be very heavy on the Latakia, and that can be a good thing for some people. But a lot of people like to taste the Virginias or the Burleys that are in the blend with it. This particular blend, I consider like a rock band, a well-trained rock band where the guitar and the bass and the drum, they're not overpowering one another. You know, they all play within the same amount of volume to create a whole, and that's really what this tobacco does. The Latakia is definitely the front man, but it does not overpower the other flavors. And there's definitely Virginia. It is a very mellow smoke. It burns cool, not a lot of tongue bite. This is probably a blend that I could smoke all day. And I have actually read this online. And to be honest, I did buy another blend too, the Dunhill London Mixture. And I did smoke a few bowls of that. And I will review that in a later episode. I will say though that I'm on the fence between the two. To be honest, they both have their places, and I think it's like choosing which is your favorite child among two. This is a really great tobacco. I don't know about the room note. Personally, I love it. I think it's a great room note. Now, my wife does not like smoke at all, which is good. It does kind of keep me in check. It is not a healthy habit, but it is definitely better than cigarettes. I used to smoke cigarettes. I've given them up, thankfully. But I've maintained my pipe habit, and I wouldn't even really call it a habit, but I really enjoy smoking a good pipe. You know, enjoy the finer things in life. But yeah, you know, when she's around smoking a pipe, it's the room note is really the factor that is going to determine whether or not she's going to stay or she's going to go to the other room. This one, personally, I don't know. I don't think that she would stay. Now, I am a very big fan of aromatics as well, and I will smoke a good aromatic. And we will obviously explore aromatics in a later episode, but this episode is purely for the Dunhill Mixture 965 English blend. Now, if you haven't smoked an English blend, and you're a regular pipe smoker of aromatics, which is typically the beginner smoke, I definitely recommend starting with this one. This one or the Dunhill Nightcap. And some will argue if that's a really good beginner English blend. I would say that it is. It is a very pungent, very smoky, peaty. If you're into peaty whiskey, it's perfect. And I think that is why it would be called Nightcap, because I would imagine myself having a nightcap of a nice Lafroy whiskey or any other peaty whiskey with a bowl of this. It would be wonderful. With the Nightcap, and not the 965. Actually, the 965 as well, and the London Mixture as well would be an excellent choice to have. Anyway, thank you for joining us, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And definitely check out the Dunhill Mixture 965, and stay tuned for future episodes and future reviews. And the quality, hopefully, she'll get better. I think I should find some better software for capturing. This one seems okay. It's free. It's definitely open source. As I am a network engineer and programmer, I am a fan of open source. Anyway, thanks for joining us, and happy smoking.